Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today we have a quick news update as we take a look at the latest patch to New Horizons. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So as you know, Animal Crossing New Horizons is seeing regular updates and will continue to do so for a couple of years. Now since launch 5 months ago, which is crazy in itself, some of these updates added new content and features to the game, such as Leaf and his little garden shop that added bushes, Red and his treasure trawler that saw the art gallery return, and most recently swimming, diving and of course Luna and the Dream Suite amongst others. By now it's actually very difficult to imagine the game without all of these things. Anyway, in between these fairly significant content updates, Nintendo also released tiny patch updates that typically fix bugs and glitches, adjust settings and address unbalanced features in the game. Now the latest patch that brings New Horizons up to version 1.4.2 was released earlier today and is now available to download worldwide. Of course, with this being more of a general update rather than additional content being added, there's not really any huge surprises, but some fairly significant issues that I know many of you have experienced have been resolved. The first was a fix to the Sumo ring carpet that's available from Sahara. As some of you probably already know, there was a pretty bad glitch where it would actually become invisible in both the inventory and when placed on the floor. Instead of the Sumo ring carpet, what you would see is the texture tile from the current wallpaper. It was actually pretty cool to see, but of course not intended. This issue was introduced in the previous version 1.4.1 update and is now fixed. Moving on, the next issue that was resolved is the random crashing some players experienced whilst visiting Dream Islands. This was of course introduced in version 1.4 along with the Dream Suite mechanic, and whilst we don't know the exact details to what caused the crashes, it has now been fixed, so should be perfectly safe to visit Dream Islands without any crashes or interruptions. Now one of the most notable fixes in today's patch is with the glowing dig spot, or shining soil as Nintendo referred to it as, and this is the one I think most people have encountered. The latest patch actually fixes the issue that caused the glow spot to spawn directly behind buildings and in other strange places, sometimes making it nearly impossible to find on certain days. It seems this issue was introduced in the previous 1.4 update, most likely something to do with how the dreams were added, but thankfully it has now been addressed and should now spawn in normal locations and be much easier to find. If you've ever experienced this issue and not been able to find the glow spot in the past, be sure to let us know in the comments. Another tiny issue that was fixed in the latest patch was with the mail coming from villagers. It seems that occasionally mail sent from some of the villages you're close to wouldn't ever arrive in your mailbox, even though the game knew the animal had sent them. Luckily though, this has now been fixed and it turns out your Dreamy doesn't hate you after all. Personally, I blame Pete. Where is he anyway? And finally, to wrap up all the details you need to know about the latest patch, it seems Nintendo have been investigating issues within some network environments that cause some players not to be able to play together, so that's good to hear. And that's pretty much everything that's been fixed or adjusted in the latest version 1.4.2 update. I'll leave links to the full patch notes below so you can check them out. Of course, in order to play online you will need to update to this version. If it hasn't done it automatically, you can simply press the plus button on the Joy-Con when on the New Horizons icon on the Switch home screen and download the software update manually. But what do you think about the bugs fixed in this update? Are you happy to hear they fixed the shining soil, or did you like the challenge of finding it? Let us know in the comments below. Anyway, for now, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any New Horizons news. Until then, I'd like to give a special thank you to this channel's Patreon supporters, as well as this channel's members. You guys absolutely rock and truly help me upload as regularly as I do. I couldn't do it without you. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server too, and of course, if you made it to the end of the video, please comment GLOW, just to let me know you did. That would be super awesome. And please be sure to include if you've noticed any other issues that have now been fixed, or even new bugs you have stumbled across since updating. I'd love to know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching, I hope you have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.